Every company develops its comprehensive marketing strategy based on 4 universal and essential values: the specific product, the competitive price, the active promotion, and the strategic place. This framework is called the marketing mix, or the 4 Ps of marketing. This concept of the 4 Ps has evolved and is now represented by the 7 Ps, as people, packaging, and process have been added. Following each of these steps allows any company offering a product or service to lay the foundation of its marketing strategy in order to effectively reach its target audience.
So let's start with the first P, product. This refers to the good that the company sells, including when it is a service. It is important to carefully design it so that it meets the needs or desires of future customers. The features, design, and quality are all carefully planned in advance. Next comes price. The price set by competitors is not the only benchmark. The company must consider its pricing strategy by taking into account raw materials, manufacturing, transportation, taxes and insurance, and profitability. Focusing on pricing also helps to convey a brand image, aligning the consumer's perceived value with the displayed price.
The third P refers to promotion. The product or service offered must satisfy a target audience, and especially a persona, that is, an imaginary person identified as embodying the ideal core target. Once their profile is established, all communication actions, including phygital actions, meaning those connected to digital technology, advertisements, and sales techniques, will be launched to capture attention, spark curiosity, and encourage the target to become a customer. The fourth P, on the other hand, concerns place, that is, the location or locations used to present the product or service being sold. This place must be accessible, even via the internet, and the days and hours must be suitable according to the consumer's culture and the country's legislation.
To reach the 7 Ps, it is therefore necessary to incorporate into the marketing strategy, the marketing mix, people, process, and physical evidence. People represent those who work towards achieving the company's objectives, employees, and all other individuals who help satisfy our consumers at every level of the organization. Some researchers suggest dividing this P for people to include the consumer's experience, their expectations, preferences, and needs. Efficiency in procedures, consistency of messages, receipt of goods, or appreciation of the service. All procedures, right up to the final email, require the customer's judgment and internal processing, and therefore must be established in advance. The procedure, referred to as process in English, ensures that the consumer can appreciate what they receive, whether it's a product or a service. And the last P refers to the physical evidence. This highlights that the product or service being sold truly exists, and that there is tangible evidence to prove it. Thus, a brand can showcase and highlight all the elements that the consumer can touch, see, smell, and even taste through a sample, for example.
The marketing mix has evolved from an initial traditional framework of 4 to the 7 Ps that are now recognized internationally. Researchers still need to agree on future additional Ps such as partnership, positioning, packaging, and the public through its opinion, or even politics, which influences society. In other words, the context in which the product or service is presented. Not to mention the digital world and artificial intelligence, which will undoubtedly see other Ps emerge to fulfill objectives and satisfy teams in their marketing and communication strategies.